Cosmopolitan. Welcome back to the Cosmopolitan. Now I say welcome back because it's actually the location where I filmed my very first YouTube video in Vegas. And at the time of recording this video, it's actually one of the most popular videos on my entire channel. If you're new to this channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button in the little corner there. It's totally free for you and really helps me to keep delivering this free content to you guys. Now let's do a room tour. We'll start the tour in the bathroom. Now, as you can see, you've got a very spacious bathroom here. You've got the double vanity, the his and hers, hers and hers, his and his, whatever, sink area. They have the 5 widths toiletries here, which are great. They used to have the C.O. Bigelow ones. I don't know if you guys remember those ones, but these are actually really great toiletries, and they're very generous with them. I do like that they have the separate water closet area, so if someone needs to be in here brushing their teeth, getting ready, there still is the extra privacy of having the toilet sort of separated from the rest of the bathroom. Well, minus having the company of that person in there. The shower is super spacious as well. I love the shower here. The water pressure is always great. Yeah, the shower is fantastic. I mean, it's huge as you can see. And you've got a little bench area if you feel like just sitting and relaxing. Yeah, it's a fantastic shower. The tub is not the biggest. It's decent though, and there are jets in there. So if you have had, a long day of walking up and down the strip and you're tired, turn those jets on, you'll feel great. Let's check out the rest of the room. Just here, you've got the full length mirror, which I love this. It's such a wide mirror too. So if you want to check yourself before you go out into the night down the strip, perfect location, perfect size. Now we have a little living room area here where you've got a pretty decent sized TV. You've got the sectional couch here, singular chair here, coffee tables, little work area there. So if you are here traveling and you need to get some work done, you do have a little office sort of area there, which is perfect. But who are we kidding? Who's working in Vegas? This little setup actually is pretty great as well. You do have the mini bar, which we make sure to keep that nice and closed. I will say this fridge has been very loud and humming quite a bit. So yeah, I don't know if it's just an older fridge. I think it actually said something about requiring service. There's like a blinking light in there. It's the service, so obviously something wrong with it. We have a tablet in here, which does control a lot of the things in the room, which is really handy as well. Gives you the weather, other things like that, guest services, which is pretty handy to have in the room. Now, full disclosure, we have actually been here for a couple days already. Usually I like to do my room tours right when we get to the room, but unfortunately we've had a really busy schedule, so we haven't really had the opportunity to do that. So you will see some, messes in the corner, for example, all these snacks, so I apologize for that. You've got a really comfortable king size bed, and I mean this bed is phenomenal. We have slept really well in here. I love the bed. I love the table side area. Even over here, if you want to, do some reading or something like that, you've got these little lamp lights that flick out here. You don't have to turn on all the lights in the room and disturb, whoever else is in here. I think that's a really great feature. You also have another TV in the corner over here as well. So if you do want to watch some TV before you go to bed, perfect opportunity to do that. The last time we were here, actually, we were able to put our Netflix on there as well. So we could, put on some Netflix before going to sleep. Really love that. The closet is super spacious. Now, I don't really want to show you in here, but fortunately I did take some shots before we messed the room up. It's really spacious. You get 2 really cozy robes in there, which is really nice as well. This side, again, bit of a mess. This is where you keep your safe, everything like that. Honestly, just the design of this room, the overall comfort. Yeah, I just love the Cosmopolitan. Now, of course, the reason why you booked the Cosmopolitan, the reason why you spent the big bucks is for this balcony. And the reason why you spend even more big bucks is to check out the Bellagio fountains. Now this room is called a Terrace Studio Fountain View. It's really hard to give an idea of pricing because it really does change so much. Full disclosure as well, this room was comp for us, not because of doing these videos and like that. It's totally due to just our casino play, our spend when we're at the Cosmopolitan, etc. So I would definitely recommend you sign up for a rewards card. I was able to get 2 free nights. Cody was able to get 2 free nights, which we combined to get 4 nights here. We were also able to gift 2 free nights each. So we ended up having our friends actually staying literally across the hall from us. So I was gonna do a separate room tour of their room as well, but quite honestly, it looks exactly the same as this, except they have a different view. It's sort of facing Harmon's Avenue, so you can see like the Chelsea pool, things like that. But I mean, let's be real, this is the view you want. Honestly, I love the Cosmopolitan so much. This is definitely my top 2 easily, if not my favorite, my second favorite, somewhere up there. I've always loved the Cosmopolitan. I first stayed here back in, I think, 2014. It's, yeah, held a special place in my heart ever since. It's just such an amazing location right in the center of the strip. Now, full disclosure, this particular video is just going to be this room tour that you've just seen, and I'm going to give you my final thoughts a little bit later of just our overall experience at the Cosmopolitan. There is so much to see and do here, and we will feature that in separate videos. There's going to be another video that we're going to feature just on the Boulevard pool area. There's going to be another video on Superfrico, the restaurant here, as well as Opium, the show. So if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing so you don't miss out on those. I also have a lot of other Vegas content that's currently on my channel, and lots more Vegas content coming your way from this particular trip. So make sure you're subscribed. I hope you've enjoyed this room tour. Stay tuned for my final thoughts. All right, guys, now comes the hard part. Unfortunately, we are packing up the room, getting ready to leave the Cosmopolitan, which is, you know, always a depressing thing, especially when we're not going to another hotel, but to the airport to fly back to Toronto. I always get, I mean, much like everybody else, obviously, I always get super, you know, bummed having to leave Vegas. I mean, much like any vacation, but there's just something about Vegas that it just holds a special place in my heart. You know, I've been coming here since 2010, and, you know, with my family and whatnot, and now I get to sort of share those memories with, you know, new people. And this trip was no different for us. You know, we had 2 friends join us who'd only been to Vegas once, and you know, we got to show them all these different sites that I was shown, you know, when I first came here, plus, you know, new discoveries and this, that, and the other. So yeah, I always have a hard time leaving, and I'm totally bummed about it, but you know, in my heart, I know, well, at least I hope, that I will be back, you know, hopefully soon, so we'll see. But we have made a lot of content from this video, so if you guys are looking for Vegas content, I would definitely, you know, recommend, or at least hope, that you consider subscribing to this channel. There's tons of content already on this channel for you, as well as new content is going to be uploaded as well. Just, yeah, we recorded a lot of stuff. So anyway, all that being said, let's get into the Cosmopolitan. So I could honestly sit here for hours probably just talking about, you know, all the things I love about the Cosmo, all the things that I think are great about the Cosmo, even all my memories of, you know, because this is I've stayed here probably, this is probably one of the hotels I've stayed the most in Vegas. So, you know, I've got a lot of memories, a lot of good times here. But we won't get into that because I don't want to bore you to death, and I always end up rambling much longer than I need to in these videos anyway, so I'll try and save that for you. I started looking at Cosmopolitan as almost like one of those perfect properties that if you like to just stay somewhere and literally stay there and not kind of venture outside of your hotel, you can definitely do that here and you will not be disappointed. There are tons of things for you to do. There's tons of options for food. You know, there's sort of cheaper eats. I'm not going to say cheap eats, but cheaper eats. There are, you know, nicer restaurants. So you really do have sort of food, at least for all different tastes and budgets. If you're into nightclubs, there's a nightclub. If you're into day clubs, there's a day club. You know, if you're into the pool scene of just sort of relaxing by the pool and, you know, taking in the views, you got 2 options for pools. You got the Chelsea and the Boulevard. I love the Boulevard. I have made a separate video for the Boulevard pool that, to me, is just one of my favorite pools. You can kind of just, you're high up, you can see the strip and everything. It's got a great vibe. The music is great. The atmosphere is just good. That's, yeah, easily one of my favorite pools. This time around, we definitely did take more advantage of being in the Cosmopolitan, which is something I haven't really done all that much when I have stayed here. For example, you know, we ate at Wicked Spoon, and, you know, strangely enough, it was my first time ever eating there. You know, as I said, I have stayed here a few times now, so it's weird that I hadn't checked out the buffet yet. So there will be a separate video on that. We also checked out Superfrico, which is a really cool restaurant, and the show Opium, which again, there will be a separate video on that as well. But these are things that are on the property, on, you know, on campus sort of thing that you can do, keep yourself busy, keep yourself occupied, and have a great time. There's like, I think 3 speakeasies here. You got the Ghost Donkey, you've got the barbershop, you've got the ski lodge. So, you know, you've got these different places to check out, even, you know, Secret Pizza, which is obviously, none of these places are really secret anymore because of, I guess, people like me and other people on the internet sort of, you know, telling you about them. But you got these sort of cool concepts. The artwork around the property is really cool. Just the vibe, I just love the vibe here. Cosmopolitan is always one of those hotels when people say to me, you know, where I'm going to Vegas, where should I stay? And it's always going to be on that list, but it also depends on your budget. This is not one of your budget-friendly hotels. You can find deals. Like, for example, for us, we are staying here fully comped, but that's because of our status with Identity, which maybe by the time you're watching this video will be moved to MGM. They are doing that in February 2024, I believe is the date now. So this will be considered an MGM property and using their MGM reward system. So if you do have status with MGM Rewards, or if you currently have status with Identity, and you know, they are still operating under Identity, then definitely check out your comps. You know, call your casino host even if you can, and just see what, I guess, options you have to maybe save you a few bucks, or maybe even get a free room. Now, if you are like me, and when you're staying in a certain property, you do still like to explore, you know, all around you, Cosmo's in a great location. You're right next to the Bellagio. You're across the street from Planet Hollywood, so if you need to do some shopping or get some cheap eats, you know, it's just across the street. You really are center strip. I mean, everyone uses Bellagio as like sort of like the holy mecca or holy grail of the strip, just, you know, the way it's so centrally located. So this is definitely a place that is in a great spot on the Las Vegas Strip. In all my time staying here, I've never had a bad room here, and obviously this is no exception. I really like this room. This living room area behind me, we really, I don't think, ever sat in, and even the last time we were here, I don't think ever sat in it either. You know, we spend most of our time on the balcony, and that is my next recommendation, that if you are staying here, surprisingly enough, you should definitely make sure you have a balcony, because there are some rooms here that don't. There was one time that I did book Cosmopolitan, I think back in 2017, I want to say, and we actually got a room without a balcony, so we had to end up switching it over after the fact, which, you know, we didn't even realize that was going to be the case. So you definitely want to have a balcony. You also, my opinion at least, want to get a Bellagio fountain view. That is just sort of like a no-brainer, I think. It's going to cost you a bit more, but I definitely think it is going to be worth it, and it's going to enhance your experience for sure. I mean, just to get outside, sit on your balcony, you still feel like you're part of Vegas, even if you are in your room. You know, even if you just want to sort of take some time to kind of chill and just relax in your room, you can just sit on your balcony. You're still getting a bit of fresh air, and then to watch the fountains going off during the day is beautiful. At night, even better, because you have, you know, the backdrop of the Las Vegas Strip, all the, you know, flickering lights and everything. It's just an amazing view that I just never get tired of. Now, it's not all, you know, sunshine and rainbows at the Cosmopolitan. I will say, you know, there's been some things that you know, haven't been perfect. I know this hotel has been, you know, here since about 2010 now, so there's some signs of, you know, wear and tear for sure. I mean, we've had some weird splatter on our closet door that Cody thought was blood. I'm sure it's just wine, or at least I'm just hoping it's just red wine. You know, the jets in our tub stopped working. Someone did come up and fix them, but, you know, they've stopped working again now. So there are these little things here and there that have definitely are showing signs of age, I guess. But I know this place has been renovated once. I don't want to go as far as to say it needs, you know, to be renovated, because I don't think that's the case. Maybe just a little bit of a, you know, clean up here and there is probably all it needs. Just that, you know, attention to detail of, you know, certain marks and things like that are going on, just to I guess be more aware, and just to maybe, you know, tighten up a little bit. Because I mean, this is a luxury property that you're paying a premium to be at, so you definitely want to feel like you are sort of getting your value. That said though, I mean, that's just me being picky at this point, because there's really not a whole lot bad to say about the Cosmopolitan. I think that if you do choose this as your next destination in Las Vegas, I think you're definitely gonna be happy here. I think there's just, as I said, so much to do. You're in a great location, and you know, it's just such a fun place. There's a great energy. The casino's got great games, in my opinion. It's always busy, and people are always there and having a good time, and yeah, it's just one of those properties that just never gets old for me. Anyway, if you've been following my channel, you probably see that I have already done a video here before, so, you know, I'm not gonna sit here rambling like I definitely could about, you know, how great the Cosmo is, how much I love it, etc, etc, etc. If you haven't seen that video, I will leave a link for it down below. That was actually, I think, the first video I recorded while in Las Vegas for this channel. So if you have been following along for that long, thank you so much for the support. We've done a lot of room tours this trip as well, just as a thank you to you guys for, you know, all the support over the last little while. If you are new to this channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button right there. It's totally free for you, and it really does help me keep delivering this free content for you guys. If there's something I've missed, you have any other questions or comments or concerns, leave them below. I'm always happy to answer all my comments from you guys. It also does really help with the algorithm as well. So spread this across YouTube. It also helps me for future videos if there's something that I've missed to kind of keep in mind for, you know, what you guys are looking for content-wise. So please, you know, comment below. Unfortunately, I have a plane to catch, so I better get moving. Once again, this has been Daniel from Spotlight. Viva Las Vegas. See you in the next one. Bye.